is he? He's your league leader in receiving yards. Great game in store for y'all, and it's all up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's week 2 of this NFL season. Couple of teams feeling good, Greg. Victory in the season opener, and that gives you just great momentum off the schneid to start the season. Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week 1 was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week 1, and then you prepare 7 days for week 2. It's kind of a very interesting thing, and here you have both teams, 1-0, gotten off to a great start. Now you only got a week to turn the page, and you want to get into a normal rhythm week to week of what is a long NFL season. The better you start, the better it makes the end of the year, and you find yourself in that playoff hunt. You want to get these early September games.
This one will be no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense.
They'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Matt Milano. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one. And look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground. pick up the first down.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time with Bigsby. And play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. Good job, field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Makes the score. Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The home team's offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Chubb. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to be 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. That is caught by Chark. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Finds the rookie from Georgia, Brock Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Hill brought in motion. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
They try to set up the screen to Mostert. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is good. And his guys are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The visitor up to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. May gonna look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing is May. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is May. He runs with it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. To throw is May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, it's May. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he will score. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the visitors extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. That's to the right side, and caught by Bauer. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert. And he gets this up close to the 40. Matt Milano there to stop him. 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Akers. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Harold Landry there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's May. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. On 3rd and 2, it's May. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll run here with Akers. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Now May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And a 1st down.
Here's Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after 1, plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Running is Akers. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 3rd and short. And here is May. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Mitch Wisnowski set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best.